Hello everyone! So as the title of this video implies, I will be working for Amazon. And if you are new to my channel, first of all, welcome. And let me give you a little background info. So I graduated from college in May 2019. After that, I did the Disney College Program in fall 2019. And then after that, I returned home, got a job with Disney in New York City, but then Corona happened and don't know what's going on with that. But I'm at the point right now that I can't just sit around and wait. I need money. I need to do something with my life. So I applied for a job with Amazon. My original intention getting a job with Amazon was to have a full-time position, but I ended up getting a seasonal position, which is still good because I'm still trying to get a job more related to my field. So this is a good, just kind of a making money kind of thing for me. But I did get a job with Amazon as a seasonal sortation associate, but getting to this point was a struggle and horrifying and just awful. And it wasn't the process of applying to Amazon itself that made it so difficult. In fact, this was probably the easiest application I've ever done in my life. You don't have to upload a resume. You basically just take a personality test, and then after that, it's like this mini game kind of thing. It was like a riddle puzzle game with this wall of boxes, and you had to like organize them according to what they said. Pretty much right after I did all of that, I instantly heard back and was able to schedule my appointment, which I actually have today, which is where you take your drug test, you finish completing some I-9 forms, and you also take your photo for your photo ID. Before you get to that point though, you have to fill out this information on your profile. I filled out everything was fine until I got to the portion with my social security number. So I put my social security number in, and then I got this message. The national ID you entered already exists. If you already have an account, please use the forget password link to reset your password via email and log into your existing account. If you need assistance, please contact us via email or chat at, and then the information. I was almost positive that I never applied for an Amazon job before, but I figured I had to have because I wouldn't have gotten this message otherwise. So maybe I applied for it sometime in college and I just don't remember. So I ended up reaching out with the helpline, and I ended up going into a chat. Basically what happened is they gathered all my information to basically find another account, because what they usually do is they'll merge the accounts together. That way you don't have an issue anymore and you could put in your social security and there's no problem. So I gave them all the information, even though I was pretty sure I didn't have another account, but you know, you never know. So they basically just told me that someone was going to reach out to me about the situation, and I didn't think anything of it at that time. But then the next day rolled around and I realized that I had to get this paperwork done for today, which is, again, I have my appointment today and you need to have that done before then. So I decided to reach out again. So I went into another chat, and it was the same process, same questions, same everything. But this person, after I gave them my information, just left the chat, not saying anything, not giving me any information. They just left. So at this point, this is just straight up suspicious. And I know maybe there was some technical issue or something, but to me that was just too weird. So I gave up on the whole chat thing and I called someone instead. It was basically the same process as the chat. They asked me all these questions, asked me like my email, phone number, my social, and finally this person that I talked to let me know that there was another account and it had the same exact social security number, but all the other information was different. So basically someone else has my social security number working for Amazon, and I would have never known if I never applied or got this job. And there's really nothing else that this woman could do for me. So again, she said someone is gonna have to reach out to you because this is an elevated case or something like that, some weird word. And naturally I was flipping out from this because in my mind, someone stole my identity. Someone has my social security and has been using it to work. And I was hitting everyone I know up about this because it was just wild to me. Like, I lost my identity who knows like how long they've been doing this or what they've been doing with it. And I am very thankful for my mom, who's very good with this kind of thing. She basically helped me try to check my credit and all that to see if any of that was out of order, but that was a mess too, because we tried to get all the information, but they have to send a verification code through regular mail, so that's gonna take another 2 weeks. So then yesterday morning rolls around and I get a call from Amazon thinking, oh good, they have some information about this or something. But it was the call from the place I'm going today to get my drug test and all that. And they were basically just calling me saying, hey, before you come in tomorrow, you have to fill out that information online. And I kept trying to explain my scenario, basically saying, hey, I literally cannot, because every time I put in my social security number, it comes up as someone else's account, and like I literally can't go further with this. So I had no idea what to do, and the woman I don't think really understood what was happening, and she was just like, oh, you know, just try it again and come in tomorrow. I knew it wasn't gonna work, but I did keep trying, and of course it didn't work. So finally yesterday sometime in the evening I got a call and they let me know that I can go forward with the information on my account. And then I had to dig a little deeper on what happened. Like, do I have to get the police involved? Do I have to get a private investigator? Like, what is happening? Why does someone else have my social security number? How did Amazon not catch that someone else was using my social, using my identity, with all these background checks that they do, and what I'm doing today, which is the live portion of the I-9, where you have to literally show proof that you are who you are. But basically this woman just told me that it was probably a typo. Now I understand mistakes happen, you know, things happen. I'm not gonna get super mad about it, but at the same time, this is literally my life we're talking about, and I could have possibly not had this job if I haven't really pushed and kept following up on this. It's one thing to have a typo in an email, but to have a typo for someone's social security number, which is their whole existence, that's kind of a massive mistake. And I was flipping out and my family was flipping out, and it was just wild. But that was my horror story with applying for Amazon. So if that ever happens to you, hopefully it's the same situation, because I was terrified out of my mind that some random person was using my social and also working for Amazon. Like, what are the odds of that? The thing is though, that even though the person I talked to said it's probably a typo, they did say they were going to do further investigation. Who knows if they actually will do that. So, you know, it's still possible that that could be a problem and Amazon's trying to cover it up. But for now, I feel pretty good. I can actually go to my appointment today, which I might film a little bit if I can, just so you could see what that is like. Hello, so I just got out of my appointment with Amazon, and it was basically like a DMV, but for drug testing. Basically, when you walk in, you stand in line, everyone had their masks on, there was social distancing going on, and then a lady comes around and checks that you have your schedule, which you get to pick the kind of schedule you have, like the kind of hours that they have open and which days those hours lie on. And then she also checked to make sure that you had a correct form of ID. So I had my passport, and that's good, that's all you need. And then you wait in line for the next room. People were staring me down, talking to myself in the car. Anyway, so yeah, in that second room, they take your photo, and they do some more information with your I-9, and then they give you a little form to fill out, which you put into your drug test bag. And then from that room, when you're done with that, you go into the next room, which is where you do the drug testing. And there were little booths and little tablets on the table. And basically you watch this video and it shows you how to do it. It's super easy. It's basically, it looks like a little thermometer stick thing, but there's like a cotton swab on it. You basically put that in your mouth and you keep it in there for 10 minutes or until it turns blue. And then once it's blue, you just like pop it into the little like vial thing, and you seal that up, put it in the bag with the paperwork you filled out, and then you're good to go. It was pretty easy, self-explanatory. A lot of people were struggling while I was in there. It honestly wasn't too long, and now that I'm checking the time, it felt way quicker than it actually was, but that was because I was reading articles. But I went in at 4, and then right now it's 5:30, so an hour and a half about. So it's not terrible. Again, it's like a DMV. That's basically what it is. You don't have to get dressed up for it. People were in there with like ripped t-shirts and sweats. I'm just wearing leggings and this shirt and literally sneakers, so no biggie. I'll be getting an email about my drug test, which I don't do drugs, so I think I should be okay. And then it'll give me the confirmation of my start date. So that's exciting. And yeah, that's basically the appointment process for the drug testing and all of that. I do plan on making videos about what it's like working at Amazon, maybe a first day video or a day in a life kind of thing. So be sure to subscribe if you're interested in that. Also, if you have any questions about the application process or anything like that, feel free to let me know in the comments down below and I will get back to you. But as always, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to give this video a like and I will see you in the next video. Bye!